Welcome back to the YouTube. I hope everyone is doing good. It's the 11th of March, a Tuesday. This is your daily market outlook for today. As always, guys, make sure that you got your notifications turned on for these videos and when they're uploaded. You do not want to miss, obviously, the timing of these videos because that could be very, very important if there is ideas, or should I say, yeah, trade ideas that are obviously near to entries, near to the zones, should I say. So yeah, make sure you got your notifications turned on. If you're not subscribed, throw that jump onto that subscribe button as soon as possible, and then make sure that you guys stay connected with myself. So let's get straight into this video. I'm going to quickly share my screen. Bear with me for 1 second, and you should be able to see the screen. Okay, so as always, we just want to quickly check what the news is saying today. The news, we've got red folder news for the US dollar at 3 p.m. My time, so that is a Jolt's job openings. So let's see, obviously, what happens today. So that is at 3 p.m. my time, which is European. Okay, let's get straight into the dollar because, as you guys know, if we look at the dollar at the moment, it's been very much consolidated. Like, these are all 4-hour candles. Pardon me, I sneezed. I didn't dab. But yeah, as you guys can see, we've got these 4-hour candles here just literally consolidating. So I think eventually, obviously, we will see that breakout either above or below. If we quickly just look at the daily time frame, you'll be able to see that, 1, 2, 3, and now obviously 4. We've been inside this area. So we need to see a reaction to the downside or obviously to the upside. So either break out and then we can participate in obviously looking at dollar going up, or of course we're going to carry on downwards, and then obviously my next area would be, I think it's a weekly imbalance, which we obviously can come down into. So bit interesting to see what the dollar does. But yeah, you can see the daily standpoint. We've got our daily lower high and our daily lower low. We also do have the imbalance all in here. So eventually we should see retracement. We usually do. So let's see if we can get that breakout and then eventually come into this daily supply area here. And then we can see if we're going to get that reaction to carry on downwards. So that's a daily so that's the US dollar on a daily. The 4-hour as well, it's, no point in me really covering it. We are literally just consolidating. So exactly what I just said, what I want to see is a breakout, dollar change of trend, and then obviously the dollar to carry on upwards from here. So that's what I would like to see. Again, right now with the area that we're in, this whole area, I can't really give you guys my advice on what I think is going to happen from there. So let's go into the majors just quickly. So the majors are pretty much in the same scenario. So we quickly go to the dollar. You'll be able to notice that with the dollar, we're inside of this 4-hour and daily supply area, which is this candle here. We're filled in this imbalance, and you can see that we have been in this supply area for quite some time. So again, I think eventually if we was to react from here, we want to see the market retrace into pretty much these lows because we've got so much imbalance all here as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see when we can get that break. Our 4-hour higher low is here. So we would need to see this in order to look to participate downwards. And like I said, then it will be keeping an eye out on this area of demand here. So looking at the 4-hour, let me just quickly get it up. You'll be able to notice that obviously we're up, we broke up to here right now. For me, this is still my valid 4-hour low just because we do have some imbalance here. If we was to carry on downwards, of course we could just carry on from here. But just me, the way that I trade, I like to see liquidity swept. So I would like to see a dip below into this 4-hour demand. Then I'd like to see us carry on from here. Now, of course, that is from a standpoint of if the dollar's going to carry on upwards. If the dollar's going to carry on, if the dollar's going to break this, 4-hour higher low, I'd expect the dollar, I keep saying a dollar. If Euro USD EU, breaks this low, I expect the market to obviously come and retrace, filling this imbalance into these lower parts of the demand from the daily time frame. So keep an eye on that. GBP USD is pretty much the same. If we just go to the daily, we are in this daily, supply area here. So obviously, if you want to mark that out, you can do so. Let's just mark this area here. We're in this daily supply. So for me personally, you can see that we in the same scenario as EU. You've got your daily higher low and your daily higher high. So for me, we have a loaded imbalance, like I've just mentioned with EU, and we also have this daily demand area as well. So I expect the market to eventually break out of this consolidation stage and then eventually retrace. And then we can make the decision if the market's going to carry on upwards from this daily demand. So that is my main thought. That is my main thought. But as of now, we are in between this 4 hour range and we're consolidating. We have just liquidated it as well. So you can see we took these lows and liquidated it and then kind of just carried on. Yesterday I mentioned about from here to here being our demand area, which has obviously worked out perfectly. But again, we just got to be patient and wait for some sort of confirmation for this, either this low to be fully broke, so markets fully break down, candle closure on the 4, and then we can look to, take this downwards. Or we wait for this just to carry on out of this range and, carry on bullish and then make a decision if we want to obviously continue to buy this upwards. AU, I don't like the look of. NZUSD is a little bit more cleaner. So again, quickly go to the daily time frame. You'll be able to notice that we've got our daily supply candle here, which we've mitigated. And all of these areas look pretty much mitigated for me. This was an area that we obviously talked about quite a lot because we had imbalance, big institutional candle, and obviously this daily supply. So the market reacted from here, and we changed changed the trend from this low here. Daily lower high is this, and daily lower low is this. So naturally, with the daily time frame, we want to see it just carry on downwards. So we look at where we're currently at. Let's just have a look at the 4 hour. You'll be able to notice that I think I give this area out yesterday. This 1 hour supply. We took the high, and then obviously if you're waiting for the right confirmation, you would have been able to catch a beauty of a sell from this area. Obviously, you would have waited for a lower time frame confirmation. You would have looked for a sell, and you could have got a nice trade idea from there. Now, of course, now we've had this 4 hour change of trend. My preferred area would be the market to retrace, see if we can get a reaction from here to carry on downwards. So this is my 4 hour supply area that I've been waiting for. So you guys keep an eye out on that. We also have the imbalance all here that we need to keep an eye on as well. So that is it for NZUSD. Now, USD CAD, let's have a look at what she's doing. We've obviously broken above. Oh, 1 second. We've obviously broken above this area here. So let's just quickly start on the daily time frame. So of course, the USD CAD has been reacting from this daily demand. You can see we had that daily change of trend from here. And then obviously now we've reacted from this daily demand and we're getting that bullish movement up. So from a daily standpoint, I do expect the market just to carry on upwards if the dollar's going to carry on upwards. So that's my main thought. Obviously always follow your higher time frame analysis and your lower time frames, your entries. So if we go to the 4 hour, you'll be able to notice that the market, obviously went from an uptrending to downtrending. You'll be able to notice back into uptrending. So this is why the daily and the 4 hour is both in alignment. So I expect it to carry on. So obviously I wanted this demand area to be met yesterday. So I wanted to see the market retrace and then obviously have that movement away, which it did. We didn't quite get that. So first thoughts is there's 2 ways I approach this. The 2 ways I approach it is the market, you can either take a trade from this area and understand that, yes, you can obviously retrace and then carry on upwards from here. Or this is going to be used as money, as liquidity, and we could tap in lower and then see that reaction from this 4 hour demand because we still have imbalance below here. So again, depending on your trading plan, depending on who you are, make sure that you understand that, let's say you take this trade from this idea here, And then obviously it hits stop loss and you lose, let's say, -1%. Let's say you lose -1%. And then let's say that obviously then you have a stop loss, it then moves down into this area, and then this area is where the market reacts from up here. And then obviously you're +3, +4, whatever it may be. But let's say you just pull +4% because you aim for something up, or 1 to 3, whatever it may be. Let's do 1 to 3. Let's stick to the basics. Let's say you're +3% on this area, because would you be happy overall being up 2%? Yes. So if you're hesitant on taking a trade, understand that I've just answered your question for you in order for you to win, because what you don't want to do is rely on this area. Majority of people would, which is fine in case it does work out. And it's amazing when it does work out if you don't take this trade. But if the market does react from this area and you're reliant on this area here, you've just lost out on 1, 2, 3, 4% of your account. So again, just be smart with your trading, of course, but also understand that yes, that is liquidity, it is money, but also we can see the reaction from there depending on where the dollar is at the moment at the same time as well. So two areas, we've got this area and this area for USD CAD. USD CHF is moving clean. We've got 2 hours left on this candle. So as you guys notice, let's just go quickly to the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, yes, the market is downtrending. So you'll be able to notice that we do have your lower high and your lower low. So obviously we expect the market to eventually retrace at one point and then carry on downwards. So in order for that to happen, of course, we need to understand that this is my daily demand. So we expect the market to eventually retrace, and then we can make a decision from this supply area. So looking at this right now, you'll be able to notice that we're in this daily demand. So first thing I want to see is I want to see movement. We have the downtrend, then we slowed down, had that consolidation, then we had this nice big candle here. This candle broke this level here. So it then retraced, and now we're moving away. So I expect the market to retrace eventually, and then we want to make a decision. So let's map this out for USD CHF. We've broken this high here. We've retraced. Obviously, let's say you're in for a buy, which I did mention yesterday on the market outlook. I think my mind's gone blank. You'll be able to notice that obviously we're around a 1-to-1 at the moment. Of course, it's a nice trade idea. You know, you could be getting a 1 to 3 from that. But what I'd be waiting for personally is, I want to see how this next 4-hour candle. We've got 2 hours, 5 minutes left. I want to see how this next 4-hour candle finishes. I want to see a candle closure above this. If we can get another 4-hour candle closure above this, so let's say that we get, you know, the market finishes above, I'd expect a retracement. And then I'm going to look to buy this upwards. So again, USD CHF is looking like a nice setup if we can wait. So keep an eye out on that. USD Japanese yen, I'm not really interested in, to be fair. I'm more interested in a couple of the other Japanese yen pairs. Obviously, I would have preferred like this area of demand to be met. In here right now, yes, we're in this area here. But again, this candle kind of mitigated that. So I'm not really interested as of right now. So I'm not really going to cover it. All that I can explain to you guys is we do have this daily lower high and this daily lower low. So of course, on the 4-hour, we've been consolidating. If we break above this, which it looks like we can, and then let's say we get this again, I would then potentially look to buy this upwards into this supply area. But as of right now, I'm not really interested in USD Japanese yen. Okay, let's flick through a few of the few of the setups that I have. The Japanese yen, I think the Japanese yen basket I basically covered yesterday. Of course, same way that I treat the dollar with the Japanese yen, you'll be able to notice that the daily time frame, you know, is bullish. We've obviously got this daily, you know, higher low and this daily higher high. So obviously we expect the bullishness to carry on, as you guys can see. So if we drop down to the 4, where is our range that we're in? You'll be able to notice that we're tapped into this 4-hour demand area here. We had this 4-hour change of trend, and now of course, we are in this 4 hour supply. So I said to you guys yesterday, I want to make sure that I am playing both sides with the Japanese yen. So obviously we expect it to be bullish and we expect it to carry on. Let me just mark this out. So of course that's one thing that I'm gonna, keep in mind. But also we are reacting nicely from this 1 hour supply area. So for me, I just want to see what's happening. And if I'm honest, like the way that it's moving, I do prefer to see Japanese yen carry on downwards a little bit. That's what I'm trying to focus on. But as of right now, the main thing is that if we go to the 1 hour, you'll be able to notice that we've had bullish movement and now we're just kind of like melting away a little bit. So understand that we have these highs, these lows that we was creating. And we've kind of like broke them now. And you'll be able to notice that the trend's obviously gone into more of a downtrend. So again, just make sure that you guys can see that. Pardon me. So let's go over to some of the pairs. AUD Japanese yen. So let's just quickly cover this. Let's just quickly go to the daily. And on the daily time frame, we're inside of a 4 hour demand area. If you look at the actual trend that we're in, you can see that we've got this daily lower high and this daily lower low. We've had a retracement. So it's about making a decision of what I think is going to happen. Of course, we've tapped in, took this low, and obviously now reacting from this level of demand. So now it's about, okay, can we see the market carry on upwards from here? Or obviously, are we going to see the opposite? So for me personally, AUD Japanese yen, I'm going to wait for a few more confirmations. We had this 4 hour change of trend. So that's why I'm more interested in seeing if the market can give us bullishness because of this change of trend. You'll be able to notice from these dots that I've got on the downtrend that we was happening, and then this bullish movement that then created this demand area below. Now we've taken this low out, we've tapped into demand, filled in the imbalance. Can we see the bullishness happen from here? So keep an eye out on that. Euro CHF, is it ever got? No, I'm not interested in Euro CHF. I don't know why that's on there. Great British Pound CHF. If you look at this and where we're currently at, this looks like it could be a clean setup. So if you look at the bullishness that we have from this pair, you'll be able to notice that this is my daily higher low, and this is my daily higher high. We've had that retracement. So now can we see the market go and create that new daily higher high? So if we drop down to the 4, what can we see? Well, we drop down to the 4, you can see that this was my day 4 hour demand. We were still in that downtrend and I was waiting for bullishness to happen. So now that we've had that 4 hour change of trend from here, I am now interested in looking for this to buy up. So my main thoughts is, can we see eventually into this, demand area here and to fill in this imbalance that we have, can we see the market retrace and then obviously carry on upwards from this area? So this could be a nice setup going into this week. Great British Pound against the Swiss franc, so keep an eye out on that. I'm in currently GJ from a 1 hour, 1 hour demand. So again, if we just quickly look at the daily time frame, you'll be able to notice that yes, we are obviously bearish. We've got this lower high and this lower low. But the one thing that I noticed is how slow we've been. So when we come up to create this daily lower high, we should have then broken this low here and create a new daily lower low. Now, as you guys can see, the market failed to do that, and then we consolidated for ages, and then we had that 4 hour change of trend. So if I just quickly go to the 4 hour, you'll be able to notice that obviously we had this bullishness come up. We created this institutional candles with this 4 hour and this 1 hour demand. So let me just quickly get rid of this 4 hour now, because we have a clean 1 hour demand area. So now for me, of course, we've got 2 hours left of this 4, but we've already broken above this area. So the 4 hour already broken above this area. So now eventually I want to see retracement into this level of demand to then also carry on upwards. Again, yes, I'm in this trade, but this is not financial advice. This is just educational purposes only. So as you guys can see, my first aim would be, can I take out this high here? So that's my first, take profit. And then obviously for the swing, I'd want to be seeing if I can take this daily lower high out around the 194,800 area. So yeah, man, let's see how that plays out. Looking pretty clean for GJ. Let me just mark this out for one sec. Let's just get rid of this. And then let's mark this as a 4-hour change of trend. So can we see the market potentially retrace into here? And if you drop down to the 1 hour, you might be able to see a better 1 hour demand area. But that's my next area where we retrace and then carry on upwards from this area. So let's see if she can give us something. And then the last thing I've got is NZ, which is pretty similar to GJ. So if you look at GJ, you can see that same scenario. If you just zoom out a little bit, you'll be able to notice that we've been in a big downtrend. The daily is in a down. But if you look at the bearishness that's happened from here, and then we had this bullish move up that had that change of trend. Now the market's come back into this demand area. This is my, let me just mark this out. This is my 4-hour demand. But obviously I refined that to a 1-hour demand. So now for me, I can look at this two ways. I can look at it from a perspective of sitting on my hands and waiting to see if we can break above this high. From a 4-hour, and then obviously, if we can break above this high, if you're a bit more reserved, that would be a great confirmation to then participate. So let's say the market retrace and then look to carry this on upwards. That would be a good confirmation. Or the next thing I can look at is, okay, let's look at the 1 hour. And if you look at the 1 hour, you'll notice that the 1 hour has been in a downtrend. You know, it's 1 hour has been downtrending, and then we've had this break up. So we expect the market to now carry on upwards from here. So two areas that you can look from on here. We have this is unmitigated. So this is a 1 hour demand area. And if you look at this could be used as liquidity. So as you guys know me, liquidity is one of the big things that I'm massive on. Or we could look for this. Oh, we could look for this being our next demand area. So again, these are my two areas that I've been looking out for with NZ Japanese yen, retracement, carry on upwards from here, or of course, retracement, take out this low, you know, and then react from here because we do have imbalance as well. That's just in this area. But again, just play what you guys see. Of course, if you're a bit more reserved, you can wait for, let me just mark it out. If you're a bit more like unsure, don't be afraid of having a bigger stop loss. So let's say you're like, okay, I'm a bit aware that if I have my stop loss below this, you know, obviously it might be get tapped out. If you want, you can obviously use your stop loss to be below that, of course, and then obviously aim for, you can have a bigger stop loss and aim for whatever it is that you want to aim for, which again would be your 4-hour higher high. So keep an eye out on that. Should be some nice clean setups. But other than that, guys, that is it from myself today. I appreciate you guys as always. We are back. We are rolling with these daily market outlooks. And I just want to give a huge shout out to every single individual that is plugging into these. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's daily market outlook. If you want to stay connected with myself, go to the link in the bio. My Instagram is on there. And my Telegram is on there as well. So make sure that you guys, you know, are obviously staying connected on socials, and then, you know, obviously having that connection is very important. So other than that,